I like my car to be nice and toasty when it's time to get in, so it's always a good idea. There's a pile like this full of items that can no longer be used. You're going to go to covermissouri.org. Scroll down and click on Local Help Finder. Kids, but based on tonight's reaction, adults to look forward to every year, the St. Louis Cardinals Caravan. You're never too old for candy. Again, the Capitol was booming with business today, but tonight, emergencies like this sinkhole happen, and they're an inconvenience.
KRCG 13's Megan Sanchez brings us the story of one Jefferson City man who, for him, decorating wasn't always possible.
The sled needs a little garnish. Make it look pretty, and it also shows up a little better at night.
Christmas time for Kevin Green means being in his yard a lot.
What, around the beginning of November? Warm days, yeah, whenever it's warm out.
He built his homemade display from the ground up.
Making mistakes, starting over.
Each piece crafted with care.
And each year she comes up with a new project. And for me, because of my history, my past, being able to do anything at home is wonderful.
Kevin's past holds 16 years of incarceration, a chunk of his life spent in a prison cell for a crime he didn't commit.
We tried to do things that made you feel normal. I'd make a Christmas tree out of a magazine.
Kevin was wrongly convicted of murder and later exonerated thanks to DNA evidence. He says he dreamed of incredible Christmases a lot while locked up.
So it makes doing this now so much fun. Because I imagined during those years what I could be doing if I had a house and if I had a place to be and a family to celebrate with.
Now, 18 years later, he's channeled those feelings of missing out.
We go out all out every year.
And turned it into something bigger.
Toughest thing about these is finding enough extension cords.
This home holds many memories. It was his grandma's and grandpa's to begin with.
The people in town who knew my grandparents and come by the house, and they're always complimenting that we're doing them proud.
Kevin says he knows he can't turn back time.
Missing family, being so far away.
So he's holding on to every moment, making memories at this house that's always been home, and not taking home or the people in it for granted. In Jefferson City, Megan Sanchez, KRCG 13.
KRCG 13's Megan Sanchez explains why some streets couldn't handle the downpour.
Too much, too fast.
Larry Kilgore and his girlfriend Julie Akers say this is the only road in Climax Springs that leads to their lake home. But last night, they say passing through wasn't possible.
There was about 6 to 8 cars in this vicinity stopped.
Today, one lane is open for cars to drive down, but Bollinger Creek is taking up most of the road.
It did this probably 2 years ago. The road did the same thing.
Kilgore, a former construction inspector, says asphalt roads can't handle flooding like concrete.
This being asphalt, the water just got underneath of it and peeled it right off. It doesn't have the tensile strength that concrete does.
On the other side of Camden County, Dawson Road is completely blocked off in parts, another spot where the road buckled. Heading back home to Kansas City tonight, Kilgore says he's just glad the road is up and running.
I want to thank the county for coming out as quick as they did and at least got the road back open so that people could get in and out.
In Camden County, Megan Sanchez, KRCG 13.
We want to get started.
Maxine Palmer and dozens of other area seniors are trying to send a message to their city.
That's a city building, and we want out of the city building so that we can have our own building that's close to downtown.
Until recently, the city charged the senior center rent for this city-owned building.
We've never had to pay utilities before.
Now, City Administrator Harold Shelby says to comply with the law, they cannot use city utilities funds to pay the bills for non-city run organizations. And Palmer says the utility bill is more than $900 a month, an expense they can't afford. So
we are building from the ground up.
The senior council is using grant money to build a new place.
We want it to be more of a community center than just for seniors.
But until today,
nothing is being done.
They weren't able to get their building permit to start the project. Shelby says it was officially granted early Wednesday afternoon. Palmer says the services they provide are crucial.
We will be feeding seniors probably the only hot meal that some of them have during the whole week. And we have fun with each other.
But she wants the new building to be a place for everyone.
It's important for the whole community because it will be a place where people can go and do more things than where we are now.
In St. James, Megan Sanchez, KRCG 13.